sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Panthers and the Silver and Black. And it's all up next.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Raheem Blackshear now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. Bringing him out is a man who made his debut over a decade and tens of thousands of yards ago. It's Andy Dalton.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Juke the defender. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
He finds Johnson. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Hubbard again. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So on 4th down now, the Panthers calling an all-pro several times over. It's Johnny Hecker for the punt. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
Gardner's the kind of guy that you just say his name. You just look at him there with the mustache in the huddle. He just puts a smile on your face. And oh, by the way, he tends to elevate the people around him. Last year in Indianapolis, filling in for Anthony Richardson, yeah, it was only 15 touchdowns on paper. But man, he made that team believe, that city believe, and he's hoping to do the same here in Vegas.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Pressure coming. It's Minshew. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. Caught by the open man. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Minshew working from the gun. He's got the hook up to Davante Adams. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Sticking in the air with Minshew. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Minshew. Short pass, caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Minshew on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
This one in for the touchdown. The Raiders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Dalton now to throw. unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. One of the tight ends motioning left. Throw on 3rd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing here, Dalton. Nabbed by Xavier Leggett. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They put a receiver in motion here left. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. It's caught. That's Thielen. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Dalton. Connection made to Tremble. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw, here's Dalton. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. A lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Dalton. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the fumble recovery is made.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders' offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Minshew. This will be caught by Adams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, Minshew. Gets everything he has under this throw. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. Second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The throw again on second down here. Minshew. That one is caught left side of the field. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A handoff for Madison, running left. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Here's Madison again. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll go right back to Madison. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
If you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And this one doesn't go far. To go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. Pass complete to Hubbard. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Carolina in punt formation. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running right, it's Madison. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And this is a decent pickup to the 5. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders looking down a very long field. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. He takes this in on his side of midfield, and they bring him down to put a stop to that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time, and the Panthers working with a short field as they take over. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Dalton to throw. Stays in the pocket. He's going to get this complete to his running back. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Dalton. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's complete till he gets. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They give it to Madison. And this one only gets up to about the 5-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw. He'll get this one to Adams. That's the first down, and he's still going. Into the red zone. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Carlson now to add one more. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders and Davante Adams getting set for another look here. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with these looks all game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Madison. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Minshew now on 3rd down. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Picked up at the 38. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Dalton looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his man on the out route. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Dalton now to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Pass play now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the gun on third down. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the give to Madison. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, one back who can show off his wheels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Minshew working from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. The give now to Madison. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves 3rd and 14 now. Out of the gun, Minshew. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. The Panthers set to take the field. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Gets this to Sanders. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Motioning the tight end now. 2nd and 1. Short pass caught by his tight end. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. Legette's got it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw, here's Dalton. He finds Johnson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Tremble with the grab. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Throwing here, Dalton. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Dalton. It's caught. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. That one right down the middle. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Madison. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Minshew. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They go with Madison here. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. To the ground with Madison. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Going to the ground again on first. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. First down, and they go right back to him. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Madison. Finds a big lane. And he has it all the way down to the 8. Now we get another stoppage here, just one. It's 1st and goal. And off goes to Madison, running right. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Madison again. And they'll bring him down after an all-right gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They'll go right back to Madison. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Dalton to throw. Fires over the middle, caught. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now Dalton gets this to Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. From just shy of midfield on second down. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Quick hitter complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 23. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time.